I have science news that is coming that we like the horrific stuff in science. Now, it doesn't happen every day, clearly, because, we get into some technology or we get some good news or a new discovery about Tyrannosaurus Rex and his tiny little arms or whatever the case may be. And, we bring it up as a point of interest, perhaps a talking point, if you will.
Right.
There's nothing very lofty about any of this. And then occasionally we'll get some horrific story about the reason why bats like blood, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and that was interesting.
Coming up in Science News a little bit later on this afternoon, it will not be on YouTube, so you'll have to catch it. It is nightmare fuel.
Really?
Oh, yes. You will lose sleep over this.
Okay.
And when you hear this story, it's going to horrify you.
Okay. I'm ready.
It's not just creepy, dark science news. It is horrific.
Okay. I am ready.
You're going to sit there and go, holy shit, that happens?
It's going to make me want to move into a cave, isn't it?
Perhaps not, because there's no escape from this.
Oh.
Yeah, that's coming up. Plus, Crime Time. I've already got that lined up. I've got a runner-up to... I have a couple of runners-up to Crime Time today, which are just amusing. Because it's
people doing dumb shit.
Naked.
People doing naked dumb shit.
I've got two separate cases, if you will, of people being naked when they probably shouldn't be.
Yeah. Well, that would be just really anybody.
Yes.
Out in public.
Pretty much, yeah. And then I have this. This part of the program is usually where stories that we don't have a place for wind up here.
Yes.
This could be, I guess, in theory, that doesn't go there. In a way, I don't know.
There's a lot of those.
There is, and this is I've never heard of such a thing that is the backbone, if you will, the real skeleton of any story. First of all, I was like, wow, you could do that? And then it's like, you really should?
Maybe not a good.
Well, it's coming to us from Fulton County, Georgia.
All right. That
would be Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
A family there says 3 years after their loved one's death, some of his remains are still missing and no one can explain where they are.
Wait, some?
They're missing part of him.
All
right. There's a bit to undertake here, if you'll pardon the expression.
Yes.
Jeffrey Merriweather said that, well, this has been for us like something out of a horror movie. The father said losing his son has been hard enough on him already, and his family.
But losing parts of him has been even worse.
You're behind the sofa the whole time. Merriweather's, no, he wasn't. No, Merriweather said that then to now lose his remains, this is, nah, man, end quote. For the last 3 years, human remains of 32-year-old Jeffrey Merriweather Jr. have been missing. Police believe that he was involved in a shooting in 2019. They found his mostly decomposed body weeks later.
Oh, God.
At that time, the Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office says it shipped some of Jeffrey Merriweather Jr.'s remains to an out-of-state specialized facility to determine how he died via FedEx.
Okay. I didn't know you could send body parts.
See what I mean?
FedEx.
Didn't know you could do that. Perhaps he should have used the Postal Service. A FedEx spokesperson said the shipment arrived at its Austell location. However, no one could find the parts after that. I know he got a
Porch pirates.
Oh, God, can you
Don't
imagine?
you know they would be shocked?
Open it up and there's a spleen.
What the hell is this?
Merriweather, the father, pointed out, I don't know how this could have happened when you got a sign for stuff. You got tracking numbers and shit, end quote. 3 years have passed. 3 years have passed, and the Merriweather family are still searching for some answers here. Now, Dad said, directing his ire at FedEx, said, You never reached out. You never said anything. He says he's heard nothing from FedEx or the medical examiner's office. Merriweather, looking at a photo of his son, whispered, "I miss you." He says it's hard to get closure when he has no idea where his son's missing remains are located.
I could see that upsetting.
He said, "I think somebody should be held accountable for this. This is something you just don't sweep under the carpet, you see."
No, they have to be cremated first before you can do that.
Spread into a flower pot.
Yeah, right.
The medical examiner's office says it was reaching out to their investigative team to see who could explain what had happened in this case. A FedEx spokesperson said that she was reaching out to her team to try and get some answers as well. Well, at least everybody's, trying to help.
Right.
Meanwhile, the family says they don't want any other family to go through this. They would like to see legislation where civil penalties would be imposed on those who lose human remains. Agreed. Very much so.
Yeah, no, I agree too. But
now look. Shipping companies ship stuff.
Right.
I get it. But is shipping a body or a part of a body or anything
that's what I'm
Is that even appropriate for a shipping company to get involved in?
It seems like there would be a specific medical transport.
I think that there are companies that do that.
I do too.
Let's say you're laying in a hospital bed and you're on your last kidney and you need that transplant or you're going to die.
They don't ship it through FedEx.
When it absolutely has to be
there overnight.
I mean, what do? They hey, guys, somebody order a kidney?
They put them in a little Playmate, and they usually use a jet helicopter.
They got a guy that does that.
Yeah.
They got a team of people that do that.
But this guy was dead. They were doing...
Still.
I don't know that they would rush that, though. That may be why... That seems like a weird way to send it. How many body parts are going through UPS?
Now we're getting to the real root of the problem.
And FedEx and the post office.
And DHL and UPS.
Right, all those things.
All those shipping companies, if you talk to anybody that's ever worked with one, they will tell you that they are probably the biggest drug trafficker in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Because of all the packages. Now, that's one thing. But you're dealing with dead people.
Yeah.
And you're shipping dead people through...
Well, parts of them. Not the whole person.
Well, yeah, but still, for this family, that's horrific.
It is horrific. It really is.
And I could just see, dude, somebody got a sign for this?
If it's understand why it's been lost. If they said it's been delivered.
Well, and that's what Dad is upset about here. He said it's been delivered. There's people supposed to sign for it. The people claim that they received the package, but they don't know where it is beyond that. Is it behind a filing cabinet?
Right. Somebody shove it in the fridge?
Put it in a drawer somewhere?
Yeah. What's going on?
Did somebody make a ham sandwich out of Badood?
Oh, I hope not.
You know how break room thieves will steal people's food. Ooh, tasty.
Do not touch.
Oh, they just write that on there to keep people like me from eating it.
Right. Yeah.
Well, this is a little gamey.
Looks like a ham hock. All right.
Right on, brother. We'll just run this in the microwave and squirt some mayo on it. We're there, dude. There's a lot of questions here like this because there has to be, like with anything of high importance, there would have to be some sort of a chain of command. Not chain of command, but a chain of custody.
Well, and in a situation like this, I would think you'd pay extra attention to that chain of custody.
Because you paid extra to ship it.
Right. And so they know they got it.
Well, who has it? What's up?
I'll bet you it's there and somebody has put it somewhere. That's my guess. And what is it? We don't know what was sent.
Well, parts of dude.
Fingers, arms, foot, head.
Does it really matter?
Skin graft piece? What is it?
His left side?
Yeah. I don't know.
okay, I know this is kind of a blanket, broad-stroked indictment on the whole industry, but we've seen stories of drivers and delivery people who have had enough of their gig, and they just throw shit out of their truck into the sides of the road. You remember that?
Yeah.
There was a rash of that.
Yes.
U.S. Postal Service is notorious for some of that. Mm-hmm. It's happened with UPS, Amazon. FedEx, DHL, Amazon.
Amazon even. Of course, you can't buy body parts on Amazon.
No, but you can through Alibaba.
Oh, you can?
Oh, I don't know.
You might be able to.
It's China. I mean,
right.
Buy a lot of things over there. Hey, I need a kidney.
A new spleen.
Yeah. Well, if you buy 6, we'll cut you a deal. That's how Alibaba works. I don't know. If I were in that position of authority, right? And let's say I'm a medical examiner who needs to send some stuff off, okay? I think instead of absorbing the cost of what, say, I don't know, FedEx, pick one, and paying that, say, we're just going to ship it over there. It'll be fine. I've got the insurance. I got the tracking.
Right.
Instead of, let's spend a few extra bucks and get dude who will physically take it from you and physically deliver it.
Right.
So you got a chain of custody that's trackable.
And that's what should be
that's admissible in court.
Right.
Instead of, hiring, dude.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like his job.
Yeah. And we don't know that leg's not laying out somewhere. Well, they said they got it, though. They got whatever the body part.
They got parts of it. They didn't get, there's still parts missing. It's been 3 years.
Oh, man.
That's why the medical examiner and the FedEx people are all looking into this. They're like, what's up? What's going on? And I would hate to think that a delivery person is going to deliver a package to an office, right, and just leave it on the front porch.
Well, especially, that's probably not the kind of facility they would do that at.
I would think they'd have like a drop box at least if it's an after-hours delivery.
Right. And I would assume that somebody would have to sign. Yeah, take the picture of it. Here, I dropped it off.
There's a left foot on your front porch.
Right. You're having visions of the train, aren't you? I am too.
I sure am.
I am too.
Uh-huh.
I knew what you were thinking because I was thinking the exact same thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So,
human error is a thing. I get it.
It is.
And with stuff like this, I would think it's something a little more careful. A little more attention needs to be.
To detail.
Yes. Yeah, and if you're the guy, let's say you're getting a donated part, and they go, sorry,
we lost it in the mail.
Did you try the dead letter department?
Takes on a whole new meaning, doesn't it?
It's right next to the dead guy department.
Right. Dead letter, dead guy.
Who knew that you could ship dead people parts through standard shipping? I would
No, had no idea.
And see, here's another thing. Goddammit. What if they didn't wrap it right and it's leaking onto my other package?
Right.
Okay, what if it inadvertently winds up sitting on top of something that I bought and there's this kind of this weird
goo,
moist packaging? I don't know.
Oh, wow. I was hungry. I am not anymore. That's just...
Shouldn't it say...
body parts,
medical waste, or whatever, medical stuff, or whatever? I'm sure there's words for this.
I bet they don't put that on there.
They probably don't
because they wouldn't carry it.
There's probably some drivers that would go, "Ew, I'm not touching that.
I'm not carrying that. I don't even want it in the truck. What is this?"
I've talked to a guy who used to be a delivery driver, and I asked him, I said, "You ever think about what's being delivered?" And he goes, "Oh God, no, never.
No, never.
You never think of that.
Want to worry about it.
You look at the package, it's got a name, you match the address to the place you're standing, you leave it, and then you go on to the next gig.
And you don't worry about it.
He goes, everybody's buying shoes. That's all I'm thinking. It's a pair of shoes. It's the most harmless thing I can think of. He said there could be a kilo of pot in there. There could be a dead guy's head in there. I don't know. Everybody's getting shoes.
That's right.
Well, that's a healthy way to deal with it. He said when he first started, he used to lay awake at night going, what did I just deliver? Did I deliver a murder weapon? Was there some, like plutonium? Did I get exposed to anthrax?
Am I going to glow in the dark now?
Did somebody order their meat through Amazon? I mean,
Well, you can get mail order meat.
I know you can get mail order meat, and that's an alarming thought.
Yes, it
that
is.
we live in a society where that happens.
Mail order steaks.
No. It's bad enough dude would show up in the pickup truck and you're buying meat off the back of that.
Yeah, man, I saw people doing that in Galveston. They got guys that run around with trucks
they did that here for a while.
Fish and shrimp and stuff.
You know, it's like, how many times had it thawed and been frozen again?
Well, down there, it was pretty fresh.
Well, of course, it came off the dock, but if you're buying like a steak or, a few pounds of hamburger meat, and you don't know what that is.
Yeah, there was a guy that came by.
And he's like, if you buy like 2 boxes, he gives you a third one free or something like that.
They had a little reefer, small reefer truck, not like a diesel, but like just a box truck.
Yeah.
It was a refrigerated truck. And they were selling, it said steaks. And they were just driving up and down the streets.
And if you bought like 2 boxes, that throw in a box of lobster tails or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was a deal. It was like they'd hook you on this monthly thing.
Yeah, it was a subscription.
Yeah,
I think.
It was a subscription thing.
Omaha Steaks.
That's it. And you'd sit there and you go, how much meat do you think I need?
Right.
And you got to buy X number of deals. But at the same time, you don't know the chain of custody here.
Right.
How many times has it been thawed and refrozen?
Yeah.
How much trust am I putting into a guy who's selling
and that's the way we
meat
are
off of a truck?
Even when we go to the grocery store.
Yeah, but that's different. There's FDA stuff involved.
There's stuff
Grocery
involved
stores are held to a pretty high standard. They have to be. Health inspectors spend a lot of time in grocery stores, especially back there where they prep food, or like the butcher.
Yeah.
That guy's going under a lot of...
Yeah, the butcher, the baker.
I know.
They don't have a candle department.
It's going to the wrong store.
Otherwise, he'd be checking the candlestick maker.
Well, I guess he would. I don't know. Just some things, just because you can, maybe not should do.
Maybe not.
I don't think the dead guy belongs there.
That's just...
I don't want my remains to be shipped through FedEx or UPS or U.S. Postal Service or, Fred's Delivery or...
I don't want to be cremated.
It's one thing losing ashes because nobody really cares. It's not like he's going to go somewhere. But if all of a sudden you get a package, but you get a package that smells like hot dogs, then you got to
like old hot dogs,
like old hot dogs.
These sausages are moldy. No.
I made the mistake last night of going down a how it's made rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah. What were you looking at?
How to make hot dogs.
No. Has that cured you from eating them?
Yes.
Oh, seriously?
Yes. And I'm sitting there the whole time thinking, this is for human consumption?
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Maybe I don't want to know that.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking to Austin yesterday.
Yes.
We were doing a FaceTime call.
Yes.
He was just getting off work, and he drove through and got some chicken McNuggets, and we're doing a FaceTime call. He's at home, and he held up a nugget, and I said, have you seen how those are made? He goes, yes, I watched Jamie Oliver make it a couple of times. I love them. It's fried pink goo.
That's the new way. The old way was chicken skin that had been mashed together.
Really?
And then that's why they were, yeah.
Yeah.
It may have a little bit of meat in it.
Right,
but,
right. He goes, no, I know what this is. I don't care.
That's the thing about the kids with the Jamie Oliver thing. Because
who will eat this?
And they all went, hey. And while they were making it, they're going, ew. Yeah, you're going to eat that. And when you watch the How to Make a Hot Dog thing, it's like, oh, my God.
I've had chicken McNuggets since then, since I've seen the Jamie Oliver thing.
Uh-huh.
I'll still eat them.
Well, there is that.
I'm with Austin. Give me some of that fried, gooey,
whatever that
golden
slime.
goodness.
Yeah.